10 cats. Another consonant, please. It's Rachel Riley. New kid on the block. It's Daniel Sloss. And their team captain, Sean Locke. And facing them tonight, he's too cool for school. It's Nick Grimshaw. Acting funny, it's Peter Serafinowicz. And their team captain, John Richardson. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, in the United Kingdom, 3 million people regularly play bingo? 2 fat ladies and another 2,900,998 fat ladies. 70% of men say they can burp on demand. Seriously, fellas, there is no demand. And 41% of Brits have had sex in their car. I tried that once. It was surprisingly romantic. I was really taking my time, putting her needs first for once, and then the lights changed and we had to pull away. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panelist's job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular talking points. Sean's team, what do you think the nation have been talking about this week?
Slow news week, really.
It's the London riots. Things have gone a bit mental.
It does seem... the world's gone mad. I mean, it really is what's happened.
I mean, it's quite... As you listen to the radio, they're phone-ins, and obviously some people have more extreme reactions than others. Some people are just furious. And there's one guy who was on the radio and he's going, it's ridiculous. He said, they should shoot them. He said they should go out there and shoot them. He said, but they can't, can they? Because it's bloody political correctness. It's PC gone mad. So I thought to myself, that's actually what we need. A copper called PC gone mad. He just goes like, PC gone mad is taken over.
I saw on Twitter these looters have been posting pictures of themselves with stereos and TVs and stuff. And there was this one guy who posted a picture of himself with a bag of Tesco value rice.
Well, let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that. I've got the picture.
Oh, wicked.
I got confused when they said they were looting curries.
It's pleasing to know that when this show goes out, a lot of people will be trying to watch it on brand new widescreen tellies. And then realising that they forgot to loot a SCART lead.
Yeah, no one remembers to loot a SCART lead.
There was a girl, some of them justifying their actions. One girl, this very sort of brave Sky News correspondent, I can't remember his name, and he stopped this girl and he said, "Are you proud of what you're doing?" And she said something like, "Well, I'm getting my taxes back."
Yes.
Yeah. Well, herself, yeah, there's no VAT on crack.
They were all going on the news early. Like, the first few days, when they didn't realise how big it was going to get, they were, like, talking on the news about what they'd done, but doing their coats up. And I couldn't think... People who don't know you anyway, and people who do know you aren't going to go, well, that sounds a lot like Barry. Barry doesn't have a coat for a forehead. This kid out on the news, he had such a distinctive voice as well. He's sort of his coat up, and he's going,
Yeah, so I gone down there, man.
I think I'm with everyone when I say I'd like to know what else. What else did he say?
Yeah, gone down there, man. There was a lot of roses on that, yeah, but I wasn't even frightened or nothing.
That does sound like him.
There's Mexicans on the list.
the giveaway was the big moustache coming out of there.
It's absolutely mental. But my friend said that she saw this massive, hooded youth, walking down the street with 2 bottles, and then 2 kind of Asian girls in burqas kind of cowering that wanted to get to the other side, but there was a burning car and everything. She said he put down the bottles, offered them help, and escorted them through the burning riots. It's just want to be polite.
You know who that is? That's Raffles, the gentleman rioter.
I put my bottles down. I said, no, this won't stand. I said, no, I say it stops here.
I say you must not treat a lady like that.
Fucking...
Madam, can I assist you?
Do you see, they looted an Argos. I thought that was really tragic, because they caught them, of course, because they had to wait for their loot to come up.
What I liked about that is that they would have got into Argos and then they've discovered the secret of Argos. If you know this, there's nothing back there. There's just a wizard. And he gets an order through Charles' badminton set.
He's called Argos, isn't he?
Argos the wizard. Yeah, a George Foreman grill.
The other place they looted was a Vision Express.
Yeah.
I'm not having a go, Sean, but are they new glasses?
I'll tell you what, it's very hard to loot the right prescription. I came out there going, oh, I feel all dizzy.
I've had an idea of what we can do. OK, what we do, we set up, basically, it's a shipping container, OK, and we set it up, like, with a glass front, with a trap door, and it says on the front, mobile phones, designer jeans, and trainers, warehouse, OK, and we fill it with glue. And we wait till it's full, and then we pop it in the sea.
I love all the rumours that have spread. My best rumour about the riots this week was the tigers loose on Primrose Hill. True thing. Wow. And the tigers loose, they said the looters had gone into London Zoo and were barbecuing tigers. And some had escaped.
I fell for that one, but only because I was on the phone at the time checking if someone had got home OK, and so I was checking Twitter while I was on the phone, and you don't have time to edit, so I was and now there's a tiger on the loose. You can't call someone back at 1 in the morning and go, yeah, now there's a rhino, I think this might be bullshit.
If I was out looting, I wouldn't loot, because to me, technically, it's still shopping. And I hate shopping. If I was looting and I went into one of those shopping centres, I'd loot those foot-nibbling fish. I'd love some of those. It'd be great to come home with those, get them in the bath. Where have you been? Nowhere.
I've been in a river where you get the catfish just come up to your whole body and do it.
The catfish come up to your whole body?
Your whole body. You hold this food, and wherever you hold
You're so naive. Those aren't catfish. Those are men that have paid good money to be there, Rachel. Where was it?
In Borneo. You go in this river, and these catfish, they're like that long. They come up to you and suck whichever bits you put your hand near.
Really?
There's going to be some looting at the catfish shop tonight.
OK, right, should we have a look and see whether the riots are one of the most talked about things this week? Yes, indeed, people are talking about the troubling riots this week. During the riots, a Lidl in Wood Green was emptied, with looters escaping with up to £8 worth of goods. They took everything. OK, John's team, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
The collapse of the world economy. America's credit rating has gone... It's still AA+, which is quite incredible when you think they're $14.5 trillion in debt.
But you know what America should do? Raise some money. Sell Beyonce to the Russians. Oh, she is bootylicious. We paid 10 billion rubles for Beyonce.
It's terrifying to know what will happen when America collapses. Like, if you'd have said 10 years ago, America will be unable to repay China, it's just blown your mind. And China are being really cryptic with their comments. It's all like, the old dog will soon learn that when carrot is left in the sun... What are you on about?
Are you saying that the Chinese people are being inscrutable?
No.
Good.
I love China. Can't wait till they rule. Love your bean sprouts, guys. If we're learning anything, it's that the guy you want in charge of a country is a nutter. Like, the only places where the people are all right are generally where they've got nutters. Like Kim Jong-il, he just doesn't tell them about anything. Berlusconi's doing the same. He's going, it's fine.
I think Silvio Berlusconi's been put in a very awkward position by this whole thing, because he's trying to maintain an erection while taking a phone call from Angela Merkel.
They said this week he's in touch with all the heads of state, and you couldn't think, yeah, probably not Angela Merkel. What's she doing here? I'm not angry, I'm not thirsty. What do you want down here?
I've come up with a plan to get this country out of recession. I've come up with a little invention, which is, I think, is going to lift us. It's going to make us an economic powerhouse. It's going to make the iPod look as outdated as the rolling pin. It is. You know, honestly, it's brilliant. It's a radio comb. It's a comb, right? And it's got a radio in it. Imagine that. Now, the Chinese, they got thick, lustrous hair. They will lap up a radio comb. Claire Balding's already ordered 3. It's going to be massive. And you don't need headphones, because it's already up there, isn't it? Like that. You're never alone with a radio comb.
Let's have a look and see whether the financial crisis is one of the most talked about things. Yes, this is the news of another global financial meltdown. There's really nothing to worry about as long as you don't have a mortgage or credit card debts or shares or cash savings or run a small business or have a job or don't have a job or any hopes for the future. Fingers on buzzers, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
Well, that's about it, isn't it? Nothing else going on at the moment.
Maybe Vorderman.
Vorderman's in the
Vorderman's
news.
big news.
Carol Vorderman has said that kids should learn maths compulsorily until they're 18.
Yeah.
I mean, that's ridiculous. That's like 40 years.
She said they should do it.
No, it's 18 years. Where did you get him from?
She said it's increasingly important to be mathematically literate in the workplace. As if, like, at what point wasn't it? And why would you commission a maths report from someone who is good at maths but unemployed?
Not my fault.
It's a little bit your fault.
I didn't feel like people are actually that bad at maths until
I've seen
saw
some bad stuff, though.
Yeah,
What's the
there's
worst maths you've
I
seen?
did a programme with Dispatches, and they were looking at this school that had implemented this magical new teaching of maths. And I met an 11-year-old girl that couldn't work out 500 minus 499. This was after a year of their new magical teaching.
500 minus...
499.
Can you hold up your fingers? I'm going to need everyone's fingers, sorry, audience.
Okay, how many fingers in one hand?
5.
Oh.
How many fingers in 10 hands?
Oh, shit.
40.
Yeah, no, what?
Ask him again. What was the question?
Yeah, well, it's not difficult. It's your top's not done up, so it's hard. Give yourself, miss, do your top up, and then we can get on with the maths.
Ask me a question with 11 in it. I can tell you that Carol Vorderman's not in our top 3. If Carol Vorderman is so good with figures, why does she always insist on trying to squeeze hers into a dress that's clearly 2 sizes too small? And the award this evening for not laughing at a joke she clearly thought was funny goes to Rachel Riley. Congratulations. OK, fingers on buzzers. One more thing to get.
Is it the start of the Premier League season, which starts tomorrow?
Oh, yes, some football.
Yeah, there you go.
You like your football,
I love
don't
my
you?
football, yeah.
Who do you support?
Man United.
Riot!
I'm a Chelsea fan, so...
I'll say no.
Yeah. We got a new manager. He's brought in some new rules for the players and everything. One of the rules he's brought in is you have to speak English at all times, which I think is a bit unfair. And it's going to be really hard for John Terry, because normally he just points at things and then has sex with it, so...
Are you not a fan of... Because Scottish football, obviously... That's still going, isn't it?
Yeah, my local team... yeah, not well, but my local team is East Fife. And our star striker is also my bin man. That's how low league it is. He has to have 2 jobs. So it's like, he'll come round in the mornings and be like, you missed that penalty, you dick.
I literally do not know what's going on in football, but every season when it starts, I'm like, this is when I'm going to get into football. And then I last about 20 minutes of one match. And I'm like...
You'll get into it this year, because I think in about 2 weeks, Wayne Rooney's going to look like you. This is the first season we get to see his new hair, and Colleen said he looks much sexier. But so does a fish finger if you draw a pair of tits on it.
Oh, crunchy booby.
Rooney said after the Community Shield, yeah, we were behind, but then we won, because we literally don't know when a game is over. But the problem is they're so thick that you just take it literally. You think, I imagine you don't know when a game is over. I imagine if someone didn't come and get you, you would just run all the time.
Let's see if the new football season is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, indeed. By the end of that round, Sean, Daniel and Rachel have 2 points. John, Nick and Peter have 1. Welcome back to 8 out of 10 Cats. Our next round is Pick of the Polls. John, Nick, Peter, your turn first. What do you like the look of?
Silly not to pitch the picture of me, I think. Bottom left-hand corner.
Oh, yeah, looking very manly.
OK, so we asked our studio audience, what's the best way to impress a woman? A feat of strength or a grand romantic gesture? What do you think they said?
Bit of both, innit?
Yeah.
Carry a woman up a mountain at sunset and then do her on it. Ladies.
Ah, the romance of being done on a mountain.
My friend was actually proposed to like that. They were on
Well, she was being done on a mountain.
I think he said, oh, Laura, I've got something to ask you. And she said, no, Dave, not here. And then he actually proposed. Yeah.
Why would you marry a man who, when he says something like that, you naturally assume he means doing it? Baffles me, the men that have got wives. Just...
How long have you been single there, John?
Well, 8 years. What's the relationship status of my team?
Single for about 8 years also. We're really killing it.
Good strong wrist.
Yeah.
I'm in a relationship, practically married for 8 years. Even stronger wrist.
How did you woo your other half? Was it a romantic gesture or was it...
Woo.
Well, you know the way you woo a woman.
Like in the 30s.
You might get a feat of strength. You might say... You might do something that's, like, impressive to women. Involving...
Right.
So, look, look. You want a pickled onion? Give those to Sean.
Give them to me.
There you go. You can, but that's the traditional way to impress a woman. Is that it's a feat of strength. It's like a. Just open it. It's just been opened, Sean.
Yeah, it's a trick, isn't it? No, it hasn't. I can't open it.
Give them to Daniel. He'll do it.
It's glued up. You've glued it up.
I haven't.
You have.
Why would I do that? It's easy. Just twist it. You just twist. Twist the top. So a feat of strength or a romantic gesture. What would woo you?
It's got to be a romantic gesture, hasn't it?
So what kind of romantic gesture?
I'd say something like this.
What about something like this? Sort of like mating, kind of. Is that sexy?
My dad's lost the romance for my mum over the years, and when she was pregnant, I was 3 years old when my mum was diagnosed with my sister, and when she was 7 months pregnant, my dad's a lovely guy, but he just snapped him. She's like, you don't do anything around the house anymore. I'm doing everything. I do the hoovering, doing the cooking, doing it. I've got this one to take care of. Can you just help me? Some things I can't do, like I can no longer do the dishes. I physically can no longer do the dishes. Then the next day when my mum went to work, my dad spent the day welding a semicircle into the sink so she could get the dishes.
So I need an answer on this. John, what do you think?
People will say romance, won't they?
I reckon.
I think romance.
What would you go with?
It's got to be romance.
Yeah, romance.
OK, I can tell you, we asked our studio audience what was the best way to impress a woman, and they said the best way was a romantic gesture. My ex-girlfriend was quite a big girl, so often I'd combine a feat of strength with a romantic gesture by letting her go on top. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here's your question. Most inappropriate thing to do at a funeral?
Sing Happy Birthday.
Nick, have you done anything bad at a funeral?
No, I've never done anything bad at a funeral. I don't think anyone has, have they?
I've done some quite bad things at funerals.
Like what?
Widows.
Rachel, have you ever done anything bad at a funeral?
No, my friends got a nervous laughter and they just started pissing themselves at a funeral once.
Oh, no, that's OK. You can normally mask that, because even if you laugh really heavily, if you try and stifle a laugh, it's sort of, you've got the shoulders going, and that can look like you're crying. You can just cover you can normally get away with it.
Yeah, but that doesn't help, does it?
Is it to tiptoe around and say, shh, don't wake him?
I think it'd be very poor taste to hire a photographer like they do at weddings. Funerals, obviously. And can we have the widow near the coffin, please? We'll just come in there. We'll just throw the family. Who's going to catch the wreath?
Come on, Nana, you should get it. It's to do with the eulogy.
Speaking ill of the dead?
Sort of, but it's more specific. Oh, it's something that happens at comedy gigs all the time.
Is it heckle the eulogy?
That is the right answer. Yes, the most inappropriate thing to do at a funeral is heckle during the eulogy. Some cultures bury their dead, some cremate the bodies. In Britain, we prefer to hide the corpse in a cupboard for a couple of years so we can keep claiming their benefits. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are John, Nick and Peter have 2 points. Sean, Daniel and Rachel are the winners. They've got 4. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. If you want more, tune in to 8 out of 10 Cats Uncut on Wednesday. That's it from us. Good night.